Hi, I'm Johnny Tamingos, and the skill that I have chosen to learn is around the world, as I want to learn how to get better at it and try complete it without any errors. I use mental rehearsal as when I'm sitting down, I close my eyes and visualize myself doing it and thinking of what I should do so next time when I do it, I can master it. I can get better at around the world as you only need practice. There is a saying that says practice makes perfect, and when you practice enough, you'll be perfect at it. On my spare days or nights when I don't have training, I practice my skill so I can get better at it. Firstly, I started by juggling, as when you do around the world, it requires basic juggling. Then I started to juggle with my right foot, as this is what foot I use to complete the around the world. I then practiced balancing the ball on my right foot, as when you complete the around the world, it requires balance. I then started to do the basic movement of around the world, so I can get used to the movement so when I complete it, it comes naturally. I did this by dropping the ball and lifting my foot over it. I then started to kick it back up to me. I did this by dropping the ball, lifting my foot over it in a circular motion, and kicking the ball back up when it is about to touch the ground. I then started by balancing the ball on my right foot, then letting the ball slowly slide down on the outside of my foot, letting it hit the ground, and then kicking it back up. I did this because when you complete the around the world, you need to let the ball roll down the outside of whatever foot you're completing it with to get that circular motion and make the ball spin in the air and not fall down. I then started to complete it week by week to show how I got better at it and progress forward by practicing. Over the weeks completing this skill, I use three fundamentals of movement, which are balance, coordination, and kicking. I use balance when I'm standing on one foot. I use coordination when completing the skill, as all body parts that I use were freely moving and running smoothly and efficiently. And I use kicking when I was juggling the ball, as I was kicking the ball back up to juggle continuously. I learned that it is very important to keep practicing when you're trying to learn something new, as each time you practice, you progress and get better. You get better as you keep trying to complete the skill, getting feedback and mental rehearsing. I got a lot of feedback from my friend that can do around the world, and he told me what I should do to get better and how my body has to be positioned correctly to complete it. Feedback has really helped me and encouraged me to keep trying to complete the skill without any errors. And when I first started and I couldn't do it, it motivated me even more to actually complete it. I started to learn to do around the world in a distributed way, where I broke up the steps and did it step by step, so if I did something wrong, I knew what step I missed out on. Once I got better at it, I started doing mass practice, where I'd go to the park in my spare time and practice around the world for half an hour. I would not stop, and when I go back home, I would visualize on what I did and how I could improve to do around the world successfully. Thank you for watching my video and how I completed the around the world over the 8 weeks, and I hope I've encouraged you to try and do around the world yourself.